Hey, babe, what's for dinner tonight? Whatever I pick up. Got it. Love you too. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, Day 5 of Shemini, 8th. And we are in Leviticus or Vayikra, chapter number 11, the tasty chapter. Verse 1. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying to them, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, These are the living creatures which you do eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatever has a split hoof, completely divided, chewing the cud, among the beasts that you do eat. Only these you do not eat among those that chew the cud, or those that have a split hoof, the camel, because it chews the cud, but does not have a split hoof. It is unclean for you. And the rabbit, because it chews the cud, but does not have a split hoof. It is unclean to you. And the hare, because it chews the cud, but does not have a split hoof, it is unclean to you. And the pig, yes, we said that, the pig, though it has a split hoof, completely divided, yet does not chew the cud, it is unclean to you. Their flesh you do not eat, their carcasses you do not touch, they are unclean to you. A lot of folks have problems with people violating their personal space, just getting too close, uncomfortably close. If there's anything that is akin to that without necessarily touching someone, it's trying to tell someone what they can and cannot eat. And it's not really my place to look at you and say, you can eat this and you can't eat that. It's not even really my place to say, well, you're not supposed to. After all, it's not me. It's not my opinion. It's not my thoughts. It's this book. It's the Word. Turn around so you can see. It's the Word. This is what Yah says. He is your maker. He is your sustainer. It is He who has put all living things upon the earth, plants, vegetation, things in the air, things in the sea, things that roam the earth. And of all of those categories, He has decided for us, this is what is actually food. Now, we might reason that food is anything that we put in our mouth and appreciate the taste or flavor of, or that we believe that we derive some benefit from. So we have culturally and traditionally eaten into things that the word here says, don't eat that. Well, Yah has changed the rules for food. And we quote all of the classic verses. Everything's to be received with thanksgiving, nothing's to be refused. Shimon Kefa's vision of the animals in the sheet, and so on. Yeshua died on the cross, so therefore all of the Old Testament has been rendered fulfilled. It is now therefore null and void for us as far as dietary commandments go. So in basic theology, we're saying that Yeshua died a horrific death, fought death, conquered it, and rose from the dead so that we could eat unclean food, especially sea creatures and the pig. I don't believe that theology holds water very well. Not at all. So why are we concerned then about what we eat and what we actually believe to be food? It is Yah's prerogative. It is His choice to tell us what it is that can be eaten and not be eaten. Let's consider this. The very first sin committed by mankind on the earth was over food. The very first temptation was about food. And it wasn't so much about the fact that Adam and Eve, might have been hungry, looking for something to eat. The garden was full of vegetation that they could have picked anything that they wanted outside of one tree. The goal of the tempter was to primarily call into question the boundaries that Yah had established, that they were unreasonable. That is still the argument that many people offer concerning what is debated as being food today. To say then that we can't eat certain animals or certain beings out, especially out of the air and the sea, it's unreasonable. Yah really doesn't expect us to abide by all that. And it is so pervasive in our culture and society. I mean, you don't have to go to a pork barbecue restaurant or a shrimp shack, as they are often referred to find unclean food. All you need to do is walk in your supermarket, your grocery store, and move up and down the aisles and start looking at the labels that is on the packaging. And there you will find hidden information. It doesn't come right out and say, this is pork fat or pork enzymes or derived from the hair, enzymes off of the hair of a pig, or some kind of shellfish derivative is in the ingredients. You have to do the study. You have to figure out what the code names are, what the ingredient lists are that are non-clean, they're unclean for us. And you have to pay attention. More than one time, we had gotten something home and did a second glance through the ingredient list and realized, oh, I didn't see that it had gelatin. How did I miss that? When it comes to gelatin, you don't know if it's pig gelatin, or beef gelatin, fish gelatin, or even vegetable gelatin. And you have to dig and figure out what is what. And why everything has to have gelatin, I don't know. I just really don't know. Being from a Southern style culture, pork is everywhere in seasonings, in ingredient lists, on the menu. It's dominating. This sandwich looks great. Oh, it's got that on it. And the menu suddenly becomes divided into a very small segment of what is actually available to eat. So we live by the word. We're in the middle. We don't eat a long list of ingredients and foods, or that which they call foods. We eat what is a biblically clean diet. And that may not necessarily agree with what is considered a clean, kosher, or rabbinical diet. You have to be willing to walk before Yah with an open, sincere, full-face relationship with Him. Because the goal is not to satisfy your taste buds. The goal is not just to fill your belly. The purpose of eating foods at its most basic root level importance is remaining within the realm of that which is clean. Clean is not necessarily set apart, that is holy. There is the two variables is clean and unclean, common and holy. We're not talking common and holy here. We're talking about clean and unclean. To even have an opportunity to move from the common into the set apart, or what we say is holy, we have to first be established in the realm of clean. Our goal is to be clean before Him. That means eating clean food, acceptable food, food that Yah has put His stamp of approval upon. Shabbat Shalom to you. May the presence of our King abide with you and your gathering, your table. Even if you're alone, may you find Him there. When you open the Word, may it leap from the page and find lodging in your heart. May the light of His glory, His Shekinah, dwell with you. And until next week, Shabbat Shalom.